Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to pre-video announcement where it's announcement time. Whoop-de-doo. Here we go to the announcement chair. Hi guys, I'm Luke Martin. In this season, the 2024-25 Rivalry season, the third year of my stint with Mercedes-AMG Petronas will be its last. I'll be leaving the team at the conclusion of the Rivalry season and will be joining a new team for 2025-26. I hope to keep the fight going with Zeke and maybe even for the third year in a row win the championship with at least one round to spare. Thank you for your support these past few years of the Rivalry series. I look forward to the new stint in the future. Alright, hey guys, for my channel, this is race 1 of the first 5. We're here at Silverstone, Great Britain. Let's get right into it. Here we go. My idiot? No, it's me. Okay, I gotta move this. I gotta move out of the way. Man. Okay, I don't care what your sister says. Tell her that I'm the one who moved it.
Okay.
But I'm moving this shit.
That's fine. You can do that.
Alright, here we go.
Let's do this.
Oh my god,
Did it do it again?
It did it again.
I'm just...
Hi guys again. So, those who were watching Zeke's live stream, it did have another technical failure just now, so unfortunately he will not be recording this episode.
Whatever.
It is just what we're being dealt right now, so it's unfortunate, but we have to roll with the cards we've been dealt. So
Yeah.
here we go.
I shouldn't even be recording anyway. But, oh well.
Oh well. Here we go. 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Zeke starting on pole position.
Oh, going wide. Twice.
And that second time going wide let me slip through, but then I went wide out of the corner, and that gave Zeke enough of a chance to get back past us.
Uh-oh.
As gave him a little love kiss. And in the corner, whoa, the Red Baron going for the squeeze.
Sorry about that.
The man who has won 3 of his 5 starts for the Scuderia has just been overtaken in a very unorthodox part of the circuit.
Yeah, I messed up right there. That's why.
We absolutely licked the stamp and sent it on the Red Baron. As I was saying, Zeke has won 3 of the 5 rounds he has started with Ferrari, 2 of which have come from this season alone. His best start to a season since 2022. He's trying to stay ahead with a lead in the championship, also trying to keep a 100% record of round wins at his home turf, but this first race, not exactly going his way.
I've messed up way too much.
Red Baron will have to either hope for me to make a mistake, or what will probably end up being the case is he'll have to wait for for race 2. Silverstone, not exactly a track that is known for wheel-to-wheel battles between me and Zeke, more so one of us just driving off from the other.
I mean, we've had a couple.
We've had a couple of good fights. Unfortunately, not all of them have been recorded. Perhaps the best one I remember was one of the ones that was not recorded, which is very unfortunate.
It was me and you side by side in wasn't it the S's?
It was basically the entire track for 2 laps before I pitted. Then after you pitted, it kind of just restarted for the last few laps. But then I remember it was in the wet, and we made slight contact, and I was the one who suffered because I spun, and you didn't continue on, but you didn't want to lose time either, so, which is understandable. We were teammates at the time, and it was only the middle of the season, so. Messages for the mom. I'm going to check those here.
Yeah.
The Red Baron will have to wait. The start of round 5 not looking good for what he wants to achieve. But for us, after announcing our leave from Mercedes at the end of this season, we start the episode off with a bang.
What is it?
Here we go, round 5, race 2. Lights out and away we go. This one might kick better into the Ferrari's straight line engine power if Zeke can hold through the corners. You can see that Ferrari just flying down the straights. That is the power of the Ferrari's engine compared to the Mercedes, and that is what we would call a le safety car. 1 lap of no overtaking and reduced speed. We have not had one of these moments in a rivalry episode for a long time. But this does give me the lead of the race, and it'll have, when we do get back racing, it will have only 2 laps of racing action as the safety cars pulled out at near the start of the lap. We didn't even finish the first sector, unfortunately.
Because the car didn't want to.
So with that saying, here's how the safety car works, ladies and gentlemen. If you do not remember from the last time we saw the safety car method being used, it is to the end of whichever lap we are on. There can be no overtaking, and it is reduced speed. If either of us go over 200 kilometers per hour, then we must drop back. No one can overtake, because I just played a little game with Zeke there. As, again, if you overtake someone under the safety car, you must give the position back, and again, you must drop back. as there is no penalties on this game, so we must create our own penalties. So here to the start-finish line, I can choose when to go full power. I can choose to go right now, like, bah! Or, almost got him. Or I can choose to go at the line, but we're going to choose to go right now. Just before the line, try and catch him napping. Slightly do, but not as much as I would have liked as we hit the wall hard. So does Zeke. But that just gave the advantage I got from the safety car restart. Gave it all right back as Zeke, in the corner where the safety car was called, Rivalry takes the lead. So now, chasing a Ferrari on a track where you would rather be being chased by the Ferrari, because, in my opinion, on Las Vegas, it's easier to defend in split screen against a Ferrari than to attack it. Same goes for China. Keeping good ground. We'll open the DRS flap now, and that will give us an extra 15 kilometers an hour effort. But, just the speed of the Ferrari, not able to do much. We were able to get alongside him, but it wasn't my corner, and that corner very deadly if you don't back out, if it's not your corner. Almost a second point, almost 1.2 seconds off of Zeke's fastest lap time, as Zeke again tags the wall. We have DRS. We got our nose ahead. It is our corner, but Zeke sends it very clean. I did have to run a little off the racing line to avoid hitting him, but no one hit a wall. No one hit each other. Very clean. Off-track testing for Zeke. And the Ferrari's battery's charging. That's going to give us an advantage with DRS. They bang wheels. The Red Baron trying not to let this one go, but it might have. He makes a deep send. That is almost exactly how he won Round 3 in 2023-24, but this time, with more ERS battery in our pocket, it's still not enough.
Yes!
Johnson, the Red Baron,
I squished you just enough.
He emulates how he won the Las Vegas race in the 2023 season, to take his one and only round victory of the 2023-24 rivalry season.
Woo!
But this one did not secure him the round win. It only managed to tie the points. Maybe, if we look at the fastest lap attempt,
I think you got it.
I believe I just nailed it.
By 60
By just nailing it, that is going to keep us 2 points ahead of Johnson. Alright, round 5, race 3, Australia.
Alright. Ooh, this track.
And we're held for a longer time, but it is lights out and away we go. I'm not going to try anything into turn 1 because it is very hard to make the corner if you're on the inside, so I actually slot in behind Zeke. With that, Zeke has actually kept it pretty clean through the first sector so far.
Don't say it!
You know exactly what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
Guys,
Except it didn't end exactly.
exactly how I wanted it to. Guys, if you don't believe in the commentator's curse, well, fuck you.
It happens usually when I say it.
The commentator's curse is real. In every fucking sport.
Yeah.
F1 included. Oh, shit. Oh, we held him! We held it, both of us, holding the cars straight.
Barely.
As the Red Baron, again, with his signature squeeze. Zeke, I think your squeeze is getting a little too aggressive.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, it was almost 126.6 on the dot.
Really?
Yeah. Instead, it was a 126.61. Trying something here. Fakes the inside, went to the outside, and boom, there it is. The lead here in Australia. That was actually a cool move. That is something I want to look back and replay.
Well, I paused. I went on the brakes there.
Well, yeah, otherwise you wouldn't have made the fucking corner. That was actually my fucking point, Zeke. The point of making that move. Which is a real fucking move, as the Red Baron went for a move that didn't really work, and my car's still squabbly. You go off, and that is highly unfortunate. Effort as the car just got squirrely after the contact with Zeke that may have just stopped us from getting fastest lap. No, we just got it. Barely. But we did. Oh! And again, Zeke, you're squeezing. It's being a great beauty sometimes, but that one was a little too aggressive. As, again, we're making a move. This one in a very dangerous spot. And consequences for the actions taken will be a give back the place. And unfortunately, Zeke does have DRS, so I don't think that I'll be able to catch him up.
Not there, at least. But I went live.
Oh, little white.
What the?
Oh, and that will unfortunately do it. As
Did you see it bounce to me?
yeah, that will unfortunately do it, as for the second time in 3 races, the safety car has been called out, and as this is the last lap, and no overtaking can be done, this is your finishing order for race 3 of round 5. Me and Zeke will once again come to the line. Myself the winner, Zeke the runner-up. That's not how I like to have races end.
I wish it did not bounce me. It should not have bounced.
Unfortunately, because it did bounce Zeke off the wall and in backwards across the track, that is a safety car. If it wasn't, it would have just been give the place back, because Zeke did get spun off of my car's rear. Go to the replay. So with that saying, me and Zeke are going to look at the replay, and we'll show you guys the ending that caused the finishing safety car of race 3. So, guys, this is the last lap incident. You can see my rear wing just sticking up, and then we're on the broadcast camera for Zeke's.
Yeah.
We're going to go a little slower than race speed.
I think I went on the corner like that, yeah.
Yeah, you did. Cheeky boy!
We both do it.
But then, here's the thing. You brushed up against my car, and it just sent you spinning. So...
completely that way.
Yeah. So, here's what I want to do now, because I know there's going to be at least one person who says, "Oh, Luke, you should have given the spot back. That was your fault." So we're going to watch my screen. Look, I went wide. It was my corner. I was ahead of him. I had every right to go back to the racing line.
Yeah.
Zeke, the cheeky boy he is, absolutely cut the shit out of that corner.
We both have done it before, so...
Yes. But, in real F1, that would be a penalty.
Yeah. But we don't really... usually don't count them.
So what that ended up doing, however, was the curb stopped Zeke's turning momentum and sent him straight. And no matter how hard he turned the car,
see,
as you can see here, I actually turned the other way to try and get away from him.
And I was fully turning that way.
Yeah. I was not turning in.
The wheels weren't turning. I was.
So, with that saying, as we look here, you can see exactly where, boom, right there. That's where I started to turn out. But, unfortunately, by that time, Zeke has already made contact with my rear wheel. And with that, the speed of his, the momentum that his rear wheels were producing coming through the corner, it shot him the direction his steering wheel was facing, which was dead to right.
Mm-hmm.
And, well... and that is where we call the safety car when Zeke fully reversed across the track. And so, with that... wait a minute, you cheeky little bitch.
What?
Watching that speedometer. You maxed out at 181. Cheeky boy, you were 19 kilometers per hour slower than the... God damn you.
What? I don't know what you're talking.
He maxed out at 181, guys. If he had gone over 200...
I was watching my speed.
For you? You got pretty damn close, bitch. Anyway, that's that. Race 3 is over. Standings-wise, I lead by 10 points. Zeke has to win the next 2 races. Which, honestly, he could. Canada and Monza. For the first time this season, we are going to Monza. Not just as a season finale, but for the first time ever this season. Anyway, here we go. Off to Montreal, Canada. My ancestors' home. Here we go. Race 4. Zeke.
If you win this,
Zeke is in a must-win situation. He needs to win the last 2 races. Otherwise, for the first time in 2024-25, I will take the lead of the standings. Zeke runs wide. So do I. Big hit to the wall. Well, that second hit was just stupidity from my side. Zeke does retake the lead. As I was saying, Zeke in a must-win situation for the last 2 episodes. Otherwise, for the first time this season, I will lead the standings. And for the first time since round 12, 2022, I will win an episode at Zeke's home turf. Round 12, 2022 was the last round we held here in 2022 up until round 3 of 2023, in which Zeke won that round. Moving forward, this is the 3rd time, 118.8 flat. Congratulations. With that saying, now is Zeke can do all the tricks he can, as long as they're legal, to try and keep me behind. Which, honestly, the best thing to do is just try and drive. Because this is one of my favorite circuits. I absolutely love it. I practice it. I practice on it a lot in my free time. And it is very rare that Zeke ever beats me here. Especially when he's in a high-pressured moment like he is now. Remember what happened last time we were here, Zeke. You can't go to the inside for the chicane.
Why won't this car turn there?
You made the corner at least.
Yeah, because I'm great.
It's probably because you're going in too quick, Zeke.
Really?
Yeah. This is gonna be interesting. Oh, I should have let it spin.
And I keep my streak in Canada!
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You didn't. You lost last time.
I lost last time?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah, because you kept going to the side. Going into the chicane.
Yeah. I thought
No. It was close because I had an issue.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it was close.
Anyway. Zeke. What Zeke does keep alive is his hopes for the round.
Whoops.
That was a little premature celebration, buddy. So let's look at the standings heading into the last race. Zeke trails myself by 4 points.
Ooh.
And we're heading to the home of the Scuderia Ferrari's fan base, the Glorious Tifosi. off to Monza.
This goes on fire.
I just made a statement that I actually really, really appreciate my big brain moment. I don't usually have many big brain moments because I'm a stupid. I almost said the R word. Okay, that is one word I will not be saying.
You better not be saying that.
There's a few words I won't be saying on YouTube, and that word is one of them. Anyway, what I meant to say was I'm a stupid moron, so I don't usually have big brain moments. But for those who've been watching since day one, you all know what happens in Monza.
What goes down to Monza?
The original claim was, instead of what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, no, it's what happens in Monza stays in Monza.
Yeah, for our rivalry. Ever since the beginning.
Yeah. But what I just said was, when there's smoke, which there usually is here, there's always a fire. This is the final race of round 5. Zeke needs to win it if he wants to maintain his 100% record at his home turf. And what better way to do it? What more of a poetic way to do it than by winning in a Ferrari
in
Monza, home of Ferrari's grand fan base, the Bloody Tifosi. Any Tifosi members in the audience right now? I love you guys. You guys are the heart and soul of Italy. Motorsport racing.
I love Italy.
Anyway, here we go. Zeke starts on pole position once more.
Yep.
I line up alongside him. The Red Baron! Trying to retake the lead in the championship and have a chance to outdo me in the first 5 episodes for the first time.
Ever. Literally ever.
That does not mean he has won every race, every round. That just means after the first 5 rounds, he leads the standings at, it would be 3-2.
Yeah.
With that saying, here we go. Final race to decide the round. It's lights out and away we go here in Monza. 3 quick laps to decide round 5. And also to decide who will be hosting round 6. Zeke wiggling about, but he's still got a healthy lead. I think for the first time since round 3, Zeke is about to lead a entire lap without me getting past him. Never mind. I told you guys in Australia, commentator's curse is real.
Who knows, maybe that just messed up my whole race.
So now, instead of the Ferrari leading to the line on lap 1, it is I who has a decent gap. But we all know here in Monza, with the DRS and of course the amazing dive bombs of Ezekiel Johnson, the Red Baron, no
Like,
gap is safe.
How I got that.
Very clean dive bomb, and that may have just saved Zeke's round hopes. Hopes for the round, hopes for a win in Monza, and to give hope to the Tifosi that they have their guy. It's a tale as old as time, Mercedes versus Ferrari. They're at a circuit as old as time. The oldest...
Pushing me there, mess me up.
The oldest circuit on the F1 calendar. Alongside Great Britain's Silverstone. And the only track to hold the nation's F1 race every single year since F1's beginning.
I won't.
No need for Zeke to give the place back, as it was my nose that pushed him wide, so no need for him to give the place back. That is why he has not done so. Silver or red, who will it be? One more run down to Parabolica before the run to the checkered flag. Moments in Parabolica have been made. Will there be another today? Zeke blocking us all the way to the line. Tifosi members! Yeah! Rise and cheer! Your guy has arrived!
Get up here. That... Dude, I pulled out my whole fucking blocking there. I'm like, alright. I need to fucking block. That was weird, but I'll allow that. Luckily...
I didn't kiss you, I kissed the young one.
Still?
And technically it's my hat.
True. Dude, I was like... I fully locked in right there.
Get down.
I don't know if you could tell that I'm like...
Interview time. Interview time.
Woo!
Zeke Johnson, congratulations. You just won in a Ferrari for the first time at Monza.
Can I say this one time? That was our cleanest race on that track. It's true, and you know it.
Very true.
Like, you cannot get... I don't think we can get cleaner than that in that track. Like, that's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing you'll see.
So, Zeke, congratulations.
Thank you.
You do keep your 100% record at your home turf, and
Woo!
you force Luke to have to go on the back foot, as once again you put him one round behind you. How do you feel?
I feel great after this race. Like, but there's one thing I need to do that I have never really ever done.
And what is that, Zeke?
Beat you at your home turf. I have never done that, really.
Yep.
Wait, I think...
You've done it?
I've done it, like, twice.
You've done it 3 times.
3 times.
But it has been a very long time.
Yeah.
Now, give me a moment. Alright, so... As you can see behind you, we got the highlights
I'm trying not to
of the
be
race
in the way.
Looking now. how do you feel after the first lap going into the rest of the race?
Well, the one thing that kept me in the lead, or, well, for the most part of the lead, was staying on track and not making a lot of, like, struggles. Besides, the most struggle I had was that first one when my car lost control and I went a little wide, but it almost happened again, but I learned from the first one and I changed it, and so I stayed on track. Mostly.
Other than that slight bit of time where Luke did take the lead after you went wide, you led the entire race.
Yeah.
Which, as we look now, I believe this is going to be the incredible dive bomb.
That was a clean dive bomb, too.
As we look at it here, it looked like Luke was going to turn in, but then saw you coming and thought otherwise. How do you see your guys' friendship? Because obviously you two are the only two competing in this, so we don't always see your relationship, as we'll go ahead and now view the entire race at its full. We don't always get to see the friendship that you and Luke have. We usually only get to see you guys on track. And on track, you guys are both ferocious racers. You don't like to back down.
Nope.
How do you say that the friendship stands off track and outside of the rivalry series?
Off track, we are really close. I would say. I'd say, me and him are like probably. I haven't had a really close relationship like him. So, I mean, he can vouch for that. But if you want to know more, you can ask both of us, because I can't really explain it myself. I'm not the best at explaining things, usually.
So are you saying the viewers should ask for a video of that?
Maybe. Possibly.
Alright.
That would be a good idea.
So, obviously, the fans like
that's
to...
That's the reason why I went wide, because you, like, pushed me.
Obviously, the fans like to speculate what your guys' on-track rivalry is actually like, and sometimes you two like to play into those theories. But I think it's time we put it to rest. I want to hear from one of you guys, and who else than our winner today. How do you see the rivalry on track?
The rivalry on track, I think it's pretty similar to, like, the only difference is that we have, like, different sides of each other. Like, we have kindness in these races, but there are times where we get over dramatic a lot of times. Not me mainly, but...
Well, you also have adrenaline flowing through. You're racing at speeds, especially here at Monza's Temple of Speed, of speeds over 200 miles an hour. And you two are usually nose to tail, if not wheel to wheel. So there's always going to be adrenaline flowing just from the action on track. But I think the collisions and Luke's very identifiable racing manner of
raging.
Well, I wouldn't say raging, but more so his
little outburst.
Mostly his if you want to pass me, you have to move me out of the way.
I do have to do that a lot of the time.
He is very aggressive in his attacking and his defending, and a lot of the time when he does go on the attack, especially into corners, the way he puts his car almost reminds you of Ayrton Senna's driving style of you have to back out or we're going to crash. Would you agree with that?
I would say yes and no. Because most of the time, we usually never back out, which involves a lot of crashing, but, well, that happens. That is why we implemented safety cars in this rivalry.
Of course. So, speaking of safety cars, we didn't see one at all through 2023. The last one was round 13 of 2022.
Now, the reason why we mostly did not have 2023 was kind of like, what am I gonna do? It was more of a transition for me, 2023 was, I would say. So, because I was still figuring. By 2 points.
Officially, the standings for round 5, 111 points to you, Zeke.
1-1-1.
109 to Luke, having you winning by 2 points. Incredible stuff. Incredible scenes here in Monza. I just want to finish up here with with 2-3 more questions. These ones revolving around you mostly.
Because I have some maybe answers.
So there's been some speculation of what your contract with Ferrari is, because we saw you did join them for round 3, and you did win last year that round, but you left for the rest of the season and didn't come back until the start of this season. Can you give us any details?
So, I cannot.
Okay. So, obviously with contracts, there's going to be that part where there are things you cannot say out loud.
Yes.
But there are also those that you can. So I guess people were just wondering if the deal was part of what you can say out loud, or if it wasn't. I guess it's not. So thank you very much on that.
Yeah.
So there's also been some speculation of if you were to have to leave Ferrari for any sort of reason, would you be opposed to going to a team like Mercedes? As we now know, Luke is leaving the team at the end of the 2024-25 season. We also have some speculations that McLaren has actually been in talks with you about a seat. But I think people would really like to speculate on if you would go back to one of your previous teams, such as Red Bull or Alpine, which you have debunked the Alpine speculations on many occasions, so I won't ask you anything on them.
Please, no.
But there's been a lot of speculation around Red Bull, as they currently have a seat open. There's speculations that you may take the seat at Red Bull, and Luke may come into Ferrari next season. Do you have any words on that speculation?
I cannot say much, but I will say that if I decide to leave Ferrari, which I most likely won't, but I do have 2 options if I would. I will not say what they are, but I will say I do have 2 other options, but I'm loyal to Ferrari right now.
Very good. And just for time-based reasons, this will be the last question. With this is the first time that you have finished the first 5 rounds with more points than Luke in the history of the Rivalry series. Obviously, back in 2021, you had a fantastic second half of the season, which brought you
like 7
brought you to the championship win. But this is the best start you've ever had to a season in the F1 Rivalry series against Luke.
Yeah.
Can we get some notion to that?
I just hope it continues.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is your round 5 winner, Ezekiel Johnson with Ferrari. We'll see you next time. Luke's home turf, as he will host round 6 as the loser of round 5, and Zeke will chase the dream as he tries to chase after a second Rivalries championship. See you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. So guys, this man has just secured his best start to a Rivalry Series season.
Yeah!
Best since 2022. And unlike 2022 where he started 2-2, he actually won the 5th round, so who knows? Maybe things will be different than 2022 was. But with that saying, it wasn't the episode I wanted, the episode end I wanted at least. Very close episode, which we both want.
Yep.
But it was the episode where I said that I'm going to be ending my tenure with Mercedes. And
who knows where we go?
Who knows where I'll go. Maybe we'll throw out some hints throughout the rest of the season. F1 25 is on its way. Zeke already has...
I have it pre-ordered.
He has it pre-ordered.
I have it ready.
I got it coming. So I think what we'll end up doing is we'll try and get to round 15, which will
we only
be
have like 6... No, not 6. 9, right?
This was round 5, so we have 11.
11? 11?
No, hold on.
You said we have 15, right?
15.
Yeah.
So, at maximum, we are doing 15 rounds. If one of us wins earlier, if, like, say, Zeke goes on a run of 5, then it'd be over.
Yeah.
If he wins the next 5, which would mean you would win 6 in a row for the first time since 2021, then it'd be over and he would win.
That was my comeback of it.
Yeah.
I cannot get better than that. Like, for a comeback, that is.
So, anyway, with that saying, we'll see you next time. We'll try and get the last 10 rounds out, and hopefully that way that when videos are allowed to come out of F1 25 gameplay for all creators, then we can try and get the first Rivalry episode done and dusted and posted and out to you guys right away. With unfortunately, it's never worked out that way, but that is what the hopeful plan is right now. We're on good track for it right now. We got a couple of weeks left.
Yeah.
So, with that saying, from us to you guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to like,
subscribe,
hit that little bell, get notified whenever I post new videos.
Go check out my channel.
Go check out Zeke's channel. I'll try and get the link to his channel in my description. I don't know, it's been kind of stingy.
Shouldn't be that hard.
No, I mean, like, it doesn't want to put your channel in.
Oh, I feel heartbroken.
Anyway, with that, guys, we'll see you all in the next one. Grazie ragazzi.
Forza Ferrari.
Forza Ferrari. And Tifosi, you got your guy.